Okay. Hi, Oscar. How are you?
Yes. Hi guys. Uh, I have to say at first that the Batman thing is a new thing. I mean, I've been called the what was it, David Hasselhoff of Finnish
Oh
porn,
yeah,
for
yeah,
instance. But Batman was a new one. That was a really nice one.
yeah, yeah. Actually, you okay? Okay, yeah. No, no, no. He is Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Of the Batmobile, no?
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And we are here at the headquarters, UDOO headquarters. And me, I'm Maurizio. I'm one of the co-founder of UDOO board. And Andrea.
I'm an intern here in UDOO.
Oh, nice.
Okay, we start with some question about your project.
Yeah, yeah. Go right ahead.
We found your project really great, actually. At the beginning, I have to confess that at the beginning, our first impression was, what the fuck this person did with our UDOO. It's impossible. It's really strange, and seriously need a crazy guy to do it. No. Our first question is, how would you present yourself to the community? Maybe shortly to do better for our tons of viewers at the moment.
Oh, that's a really tough question. I think the main idea probably to do this whole project is, I mean, we've been racing, karting and track cars and that in the family for quite some years, and that's probably been the main thing to start our company. And from that we decided, oh, we need all these tools to be able to do things with the engines and with the cars that can be done with these closed source projects that are available. I mean, there are probably tens or maybe hundreds even of custom ECUs that you can go out and buy, but none of them are really programmable, and they're not open source, so you can't modify them and make them do different things. And we, for instance, have some. We would really like to do some what is it, pulse jet engine testing and stuff like that. That you basically need injectors and you want some spark plugs possibly. So basically, that's just a car ECU, but you can't do that if you don't have an open source thing that you can really program yourself. So that's sort of really the motivation to sort of give ourselves more tools to be able to do more fun projects.
Okay, so
yeah. Oh, yeah. So sorry, I maybe got off topic a bit about myself. Yeah, I've, I really like racing a lot and like doing quite a lot of different things, and that's sort of the passion, sort of to really push new things all the time and see. I mean, what can really be done with things and how far everything can be pushed, and this is really my passion for doing all these kinds of different projects.
And actually, we are very curious about how your Pornstar career fits in your racing business.
Well, they're not directly related in any way that I know of, at least, but I think it's sort of more of my mentality to different things, like doing these different things, and I mean, being openly a porn star and involved in politics and running a own technology company and stuff like this is, I mean, one of the biggest motivations for me is to show that you can actually do different things that you want to do, and you don't need to be constrained by different conservative sort of views to things, that, oh, well, if you do this, then you shouldn't be talking about this to other people, and you should really keep these kinds of things quiet. And I think this is really a wrong approach, and people need more freedom and be able to sort of do things they want. And I'm hoping that by doing these things myself, I can show other people that they can live their lives more like they want to also.
Of course, we totally agree about this. It's obvious that we prefer revolutionary people to conservative ones.
Good to hear.
Do you think you are of that group? No, you are.
Yeah, I think it is probably if we were like 500 years earlier or something, I would probably be one of those going over with a boat to America. Or I'm not sure if my timeline here is correct, but I would probably be one of the guys going that's saying that, oh, screw all this, I'm going to with these new guys to this new place and start our own community there with our own rules that are more free and that we can actually do what we want. But yeah, there are no free places anywhere on Earth anymore, so we just have to sort of try and make the best of what we have at the moment.
Okay, so let's talk more about the project. I can't remember at the moment if your project is open source. No, if I remember correctly. No. What's your so what's your approach to the open source matter?
Well, at the moment it's not open source, but I have promised that it's going to be open source as soon as we release our first actual product or something like that, because at the moment it's just such a real mess, the code and everything, that I don't think it would really, I mean, it takes more effort to sort of answer people's question than what the open source at the moment would be beneficial to different people. So, but yeah, it's definitely going to be open source, and that's one of our motivations, to get a tool for ourselves that we can program, and we want to provide that freedom to other people also, like in the same way that Arduino and UDOO and all these things are done. And also I think that by doing it open source, then we can get feedback and help from other people, and other people can help other people use our product, and that would then be sort of beneficial to us also, but to other people as well.
Yeah. On this way, you start your project using other part from other projects that are regarding this kind of activity to control car electronic system for car or something like this, or not?
There is a quite a nice open source ECU project. It's called FreeEms, and the initial idea was that, okay, we could use the sort of software from that and then just use Arduino for the actual hardware. Then I started thinking about everything. Well, actually, well, that would probably sort of have satisfied the initial ideas, but then we started, well, we want more. If we could sort of do like touch screens and instrumentations and have a lot more processing power to do real-time optimization of engine performance. And then I started thinking of, well, you might want to run Linux on it also, so you can have this, I mean, secure online updating of all firmware stuff and online data logging, and you can do video streaming from on board from a racetrack or something like that automatically online to have I mean, fans follow you, and GPS data logging and anything, and then quickly. And then, yeah, then I found your project, and that was really sort of a big help, that all of these features are really quite ready and have quite a lot of processing power also available to do these kind of things that aren't possible with just a CPU designed for these embedded projects.
Okay, for sure your project is part of the do-it-yourself community, no? But it's particularly interesting to know for us what do you suggest to a newbie UDOOer regarding the expertise needed to start the project? I think you obviously know about the mechanics of the car and the electronic and lot of aspects to know.
Do you mean specifically for the XEMS project or for general UDOO projects? Or?
For XEMS project.
Oh, okay. Well, the problem with FreeEms, I think, is it's really quite narrow and a project. I mean, it is quite wide, but that served as a sort of start idea for doing our own version of it, so to say. But yeah, the thing that we want to provide is a board that you can plug onto UDOO that has all the correct outputs and provide a case for it, everything, a watertight case and everything with plugs and everything to hook into different cars. And so that would, I mean, really to make it as easy as possible for people to get involved. I mean, because that's the same thing, same way I've gotten involved, is just with these low boundary things get involved, and then you slowly learn these different things, and then you notice, oh, actually this isn't so complicated, and this isn't so complicated, and then you can get more and more involved. And that's basically, we want to lower the bar as far as possible, so you can get a complete working ECU that has nice features, and all the boxes and wiring and everything is complete. But in addition to that, it's totally open, so you can program it and I mean, run a jet engine or run a wheelchair or whatever you want to do with it.
It's an interesting vision, because now we can start to think about hacking the car, no? To have a hard hacking, because I think with your system it's possible also to burn your engine if you not set very
yes.
not set good your system. And then another aspect is I see now in the car market, there are more electronic inside, no? More sophisticated electronic inside, and I think about that. There will arrive to the possibility there are someone that doesn't know very well technology will tell me that I have to refresh my system, my car. You can download for me a new version of OS for my car. No? Probably we will arrive at this kind of activity that now is typical on our smartphone. No? Because my car goes slowly because the system is not in good condition. I have downloaded too many applications for my car. What do you think?
Well, yeah, that's obviously, I mean, definitely a problem. But I think the UDOO approach to have the embedded CPU, the Arduino side, so to say, separate from the actual CPU side is, well, I mean, it adds some complexity to the programming part, but then on the other side, it also adds a lot of safety, because you can have the actual engine controlling part and everything run. I mean, well, it has to run completely separately, but then you can just have the sort of add-on features that are nice to have, like optimization stuff and all these streaming features and everything that could just sort of give guidance controls over that. Okay, well, maybe you want to I mean, it could talk to the Arduino side, like, hey, maybe you would want to sort of maybe adjust the ignition advance with 1 degree on cylinder number 3 there, and then we'll see how that affects power. And oh yes, that will actually quite nicely. So yes, keep that in memory, and then we'll try to adjust something again. But if the Linux side sort of freezes up or has some problem, then that doesn't affect the sort of the real-time side that actually is running everything.
About challenges, what's the biggest challenge you faced during the development of the project, and especially how UDOO helped you to finish the project?
Well, I mean, the project is, I mean, it's still a working project, obviously, but I think, yeah, I mean, the idea of having this, I mean, we could probably have thought of the idea, okay, well, you can have this sort of similar layout as the UDOO board, but to have it sort of someone who has already done all the development work to make this work and have all the connections working and the basic software for the Linux distribution and have all the, I mean, electronics tested and everything, that's, I mean, a huge help. I mean, it wouldn't be possible at all. I mean, you would need some huge company to sort of undertake a project like the XMs from scratch. So without, I mean, this UDOO thing to use as a base, then that would be totally impossible for us, at least at the moment. And how other? Yeah, well, yeah, and especially the part that UDOO uses, this Arduino part also, that it's really, I mean, widely used and everything, so that you haven't I mean, sort of went out that, well, we need to do everything from scratch, but also built on this other open source project, and that means that for the sort of real-time part, then we can have all of these features and all these libraries that are made already and we can use. So there are lots of these building blocks that have huge sort of really help our project a lot, and I think that's the main thing, that you don't need to start from nothing.
Yeah, this is the importance of open source hardware and software. No, the possibility to to have this like big team all over the world that work in a particular project that will be extended during the time. No, this is
Yeah.
very is a it's incredible. It's fantastic for some way. No.
But we had a private discussion about the future of XCMS and particularly of your project. But maybe you would like to share this vision, this incredible
Oh,
vision of AXCAR with the UDOO community. I think it would be great for all of us. So, what's coming next for XCMS and for your car project, for your car Android project?
yeah, for our XCM's project, the next phase. I mean, we've already tested it on our test car. That's a really highly tuned race engine, and gotten it to work quite nicely with that. And the next stage is we need to test it on two different cars. We have a six-cylinder twin turbo BMW that we're testing it on at the moment, and to sort of test on a different engine configuration completed so that we don't have, I mean, really large problems in the code, and also to sort of bring some more sort of, how should I say, sort of wideness to the project or something that, well, yes, we could run these multi-cylinder turbo engines as well as a really highly tuned racing engine, and then we also have a Citroën Xantia, what is the cheapest car that we could find around here, and decided, well, we'll see what we can do with a totally stock, I mean, car, and then we can test sort of more radical features on that, because if we blow that thing up, then no one cares at all, because it costs like 200 euros or something like that at the whole car. So that's sort of a test mule, and also to sort of give to speed up the testing process also. So when we push sort of a new development, then we can test it on multiple cars at the same time. And yeah, and as soon as we have sort of a little bit more test results from different cars, then we're going to sort of release the project, so to say, and get these funding things going. I mean, probably Kickstarter or Indiegogo is probably the definite thing to work, because I mean, I think it's has the potential to sort of inspire enough people that they want this and they want to support this kind of a thing, because they want these nice kind of features and want to really log everything that they do and check out what is possible with the car and what they could probably, I mean, advance with. And yeah, well, we'll have to see how that goes, but we're pushing forward with that, and especially to get these sort of pre-sales things so that I can invest enough time to, and I mean, obviously not myself only, but our whole team, and invest enough time to get this, I mean, in a timely manner forward.
You are, I can say now, you are more in the race part of for powering the car, but you have to think about also the possibility to use this system to create, to have the possibility to produce a car that have lower consumption based on your system that analyze and can contribute in this way.
Well, it's the current emissions regulations don't really have that big of a leeway. I mean, the engine control units that are used on modern cars, they're really fine-tuned, because the lambda value has to be just right to get the emissions low enough, and so there isn't really a lot of leeway there on the actual sort of engine performance side. But there is a lot of performance to be had from analyzing your driving and getting statistics from that, so that, okay, well, maybe if you let off the gas a little bit earlier and roll to a stop to the light instead of using the brakes more, and then you can compare with your friends, like, oh, well, I have my sort of economy usage is this high, and I'm better than you, haha, and then you can get this sort of competition going, and people start really to get interested in this thing. And I think that's one of the big things that can happen with this sort of a project.
Yeah, I think so.
Like a gamification of on energy saving.
Yep.
Yeah, because this activity happen also for me, because sometimes happen because the streets are crowded by cars, not possible to go fast. Then sometimes it's better to go to optimize your consumption. No, continuously I'm looking to in my car. I'm looking to the system, to my little computer, boarding computer, that to the statistic for
statistics.
to check the statistic of my consumption. And this is a typical activity. Sometimes I happen that I check also with my friends. I'm arrived at 20 liters for 100 kilometer for this trip, like this.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think, yeah, also with this open source kind of a project, and that would enable sort of other people to do new engine technology projects quite a lot easier also. I mean, there are quite a lot of different types of engines that have potential to lower the consumption, and I've studied myself at Helsinki University of Technology and engine combustion stuff as my major, so I mean, internal combustion engines as my major there. And I mean, with these kind of research engines, that's, I mean, a real problem. That what sort of management are you going to use on this? Because there really aren't. I mean, if you have some weird configuration or something like that, then one of the main issues for the project is to have an engine management system that you can actually use and tune and test all the different things you want to do. And that would possibly be one of the uses for these also, to sort of enable other people to develop engines faster.
So my last question is, how long does it take for a UDOOer fan of XCMS for another update of your project to watch? I mean, for example, I'm a UDOOer, I'm a fan of XCMS, I viewed your project, and I would like to get something, get news about your...
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're trying to continuously update on Facebook, at least, what we're doing, and post some stuff on our webpage. We just, I mean, got that done 2 weeks ago or something like that. So it's quite new. I mean, we've mostly been sort of pushing the hardware stuff at the moment. But yeah, I mean, part of this community project is definitely, I mean, communicating everything. And yes, I mean, we'll be more than happy to have more hangouts with you guys, and I mean, probably hangouts by ourselves also, and all of these kinds of things. Yes, I mean, we're definitely want to update everything. I mean, I think within a month or so we should probably have I mean, sort of the big step to sort of really release this project and release specifications for everything and start this, I mean, funding side.
So, if you have other updates to share with us and with UDOO community, we would be pleased to show those updates on our social channels or blogs or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for the hangout, and yeah, it was a fun time talking to you, and well.
See you, and keep in touch.
Yes,
Bye.
we'll do that. Bye.